all parts of Nigeria. So don't make it seem as if it was sectioned off to one point. If you don't know, just say you don't know. But you need to learn the history of the country that you're from.
That's not the actually I mean my mother was Nigerian. I just got the Senegal flag. I'm not Nigerian. But that's not what's my
I'm not asking you where your mother's from. I'm letting you know that Nigeria as a country was decimated by Great Britain and countless lives were lost. They were massacred by Great Britain. And okay, so that's what Gene is talking about. That's what Gene is talking about. So you're going against what Gene is saying when you know in fact that it was massacres all over the country.
I said Britain did what they did to Nigeria, but they also done to Sudan. The only thing they did to Sudan was a massacre. That's all they did to Sudan. I'm aware of what they did to Nigeria. That's what I said. That's it. Of course, they colonized Britain. We have Britain not about to any African country. Right? By this day, economy day today, yes, there's all the water, yes. But those who are rich amongst the Nigerians today are the Fulani. Yes.
So you're saying that in Sudan was untouched.
I never said Sudan was untouched.
So
You beat every conquer.
you made a comment about Sudan. So you're agreeing that the British was decimating Nigeria. So what was your comment about Sudan?
My comment was, I said that what Britain did, yes, they call it. I said what Britain did to Sudan, they did to Nigeria. I said they massacred nobody. They call it conquerors. Massacre like they did to Nigeria.
Okay, so what happened in Sudan? Historically, what oppression took place in Sudan? Nothing. So you're not familiar with what happened with the Ottoman Empire? The Ottomans enslaved the Sudanese people in the 19th century. Oh, you gotta learn your history, bro. You have to learn your history.
South Sudan, yes, there's a difference. I always tell people this.
Sudanese, let me tell you something. Before British control, Sudan was ruled under the Egyptian Ottoman administration. And it was slave raids, it was military campaigns. They took the resources, ivory, what? Y'all got gold out there. All that stuff was being robbed from the people out there. So learn your history, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You don't. You don't.
So
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute up. I'm gonna let you go ahead and speak to yourself because you don't know your history.
So South Sudan. What South Sudan? Why would you do this? Now, I was yes, it was. There was no social. So I can say there's nothing on it. There's nothing. Was like very blown up. But Nubians,
Why you keep dividing? Why you keep dividing up or trying to separate like what I'm trying to like minimize the oppression that happened throughout Africa. I mean, and no, you are. That's the whole point. Trying to minimize the oppression that's going on in Africa. That's why the diet said trying to minimize the atrocities that's happening, have been, and that are happening all across Africa. Like, what about the human trafficking in Sudan? Like, you're going to say, well, it's just going everywhere. So it's not that big. Like, no, it's the biggest deal. It's a big deal. I think that regardless of how big or how small it is, if it's 10 little girls or 10 young children or 10 people that got put into human trafficking from Sudan, you can't minimize stuff like that. That's you got Patrice Lumumba on your PPR talking traders and colonizers at the root of the African stuff. How you got that on your picture, but you speaking the way you speaking about the struggle across the continent of Africa? That don't make any sense. You like a walking contradiction.
I'm not downplaying anything. Okay? I talk about the words that were time. I've even stated myself. I have my other solutions people are where I'm like background. I'm on the right? You know, over time, on the platforms that I talk about facilities, problems, facilities, work. You have a room right now to talk about the words. Okay? Nobody's downplaying anything. I'm really because not everybody knows that, right?
Yeah, but Sudanese, I think you're missing the point again, bro. I'm gonna try to help you out, bro. What Gene is trying to tell you is that you're downplaying the suffering that take place across the continent, across the 54 countries of Africa. You see so-called white or Caucasian, which is Edomite according to the Bible, colonialism, oppression, and you see genocide. It is not unique to one country. And the point that Gene is making about your profile picture is that you're showing Patrice Lumumba on your profile picture. Patrice Lumumba is not from Sudan. He's from Congo. So you got him as your profile picture, meaning that you feel for the struggle that took place with Congo, and you feel for him as a revolutionary who was slaughtered, and the white man was behind him being slaughtered and set up as a coup with his own people. So the Bible is about uniting the Israelites all across the four corners of the earth, not dividing us and making it seem as if your oppression does not affect me.
Hey, Sudanese, you believe in the Bible? Sudanese, you believe in the Bible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The purpose of the Bible is to let us know who our enemy is and to let us know that we're going to get a savior and we'll be delivered. If we go by what you're saying, there is no enemy. And you're protecting the oppressor by saying it's not all bad and minimizing what was done to the people. You're saying there is no oppressor. And you're questioning God. So be careful how you put your words together.
It's like, okay, yeah. If it comes out like that, I'm not trying to. Again, I speak English. I've been speaking English good, but my first language is
No, this is not your English. We hear you clearly. It sounds like you're trying to. It's the same thing white people say now. They're saying the same thing about slavery in America. It wasn't that bad. Some of the blacks were doing good. You're saying the exact same talking points that the white religionists, they're trying to revise things. They're trying to convince people that slavery over time was not that bad. That's why they want to get rid of critical race theory. You're doing the same thing for Africa. Be careful.
Yes, I'm aware of I'm aware of the people that are behind the atrocities within every country that's within Africa. What I'm trying to downplay was special, like specifically like mentioning food, realistic. But yes, I'm aware there's a lot of things going on within Nigeria, like I stated. Like I said, a lot of tribal warfare there. Even in Sudan, we have the same problem. If I walk outside, tell people what I am, I'm on the line right there. I mean, can I leave Sudan? I can't. Sudan's one of those type of countries that you just can't leave. So I'm stuck. That's my child to the US. I'm not doing all that. So I'm very much aware of who is the problem within that country. Every time the country comes, that's a their government. Known for the fact that's what happened. I'm very much aware of others. That's not in the country myself. It's a big struggle here.
So if you wasn't trying to downplay, what was your point in mentioning that? I don't want to misquote you. What did you say? You said
that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, why would you make? What's the point in mentioning that? We talking about the struggle and the oppression. will make you speak that point? I don't understand it. And this point will make the people there not listen to the gospel because they'll say, well, he said it's not that bad over there. The reason why the Lord said he's going to send a savior is because of the injustices that's being done. So you come into the room where we're explaining about the injustices. You're saying, not these people. Things are not bad for them. They're not going to listen to the gospel. So you are hindering the people from entering into the kingdom because you yourself is not wrong. Like, yeah, that's the only explanation why you said that. You didn't just say that for no reason. Just say it. Or it's one of those aha moments where, I live in Africa. I know more about what's happening in Africa than y'all do. It takes away from the whole point of us doing the research and going over there and seeing what our people that are being afflicted and oppressed and seeing what they go through. Just because you live over there and you're one of the people that are not being oppressed presently doesn't mean that your people as a whole are not suffering. And that's the difference between those who are activists and revolutionaries and between those who are activists who are comfortable. Those who are comfortable don't think as long as one of us are being oppressed and all of us are being oppressed. They think as long as I'm comfortable being everything must be good. It's no different from Little Wayne, Cardi B, Jay-Z, all of these celebrities who think just because they may be rich and everybody can live the American dream. That's not how we think as actual revolutionaries in our communities, whether it be local or international. We don't think like that. Well, that's it. You got to change your frame of mind. You understand? And that's what that hopefully this ain't your first time in this room anyway. So your mind should you should have heard the conversation that you've been having for a long time and reframed your mind. This ain't the first I'll be honest, this ain't the first time you said something of that nature. You understand? We would hope that you would grow and expand your horizon, but it seems that as long as you're good, then it's not really that bad. You got to change that line of thinking. It's very much that. But I need to say it. I'll take what you said. How about this? They came out the wrong way. But I wasn't talking about the struggle, but I am in the struggle currently due to the war. Yeah. Speaking of Africa, my bad,
Nah, go ahead and do your thing, bro. I thought we had a new person on stage. Go ahead and do your thing.
yeah, we do got a new Dr. Moses Quatry. No, okay. I just came out because of my brother. Yes, I am from South Sudan. He's from North Sudan. From the end, I just want to ask you a quick question. It was asked that answered it directly. Sudanese Arab, are you a Muslim or a Christian? You hear him, Sudanese? Yes, it was a mother. Are you a Muslim or you are a Christian? I'm a Muslim, but I believe in God. That's the problem because that's the problem because you are answering this question, brothers and sisters. He is one of the people who was perpetrated slavery against the fellow. So he is an Arab. He's one of those who are carrying on the slavery and torturing of fellow Sudanese. And we had this discussion with him 2 weeks ago in the morning when I was driving home from work. We had this exact same discussion, and here we are again. So this is not because of your English is bad. This is because of your spirit is bad. This is why you're speaking in opposition to what's written in prophecy, with no sympathy for the people that the Muslims enslaved and trained how to behave. Now when they say, my mic,
And again, let me continue. And again, no. And again, there's nothing. Okay, like I'm a Muslim and I believe in the Bible. It's nothing like that. And you're supporting the same sister from Nigeria. You're supporting the Muslims in Nigeria who are doing the same thing, Boko Haram. You see? So I think it just has to come out clearly that
Mr.
yes.
Muzi. So one thing for certain is first and foremost, I never want you guys to support Boko Haram. Boko Haram is the same people that also backed by the UAE. That's one. And number two, you mentioned the fact that I support the same people that used to enslave the Palestinians. Bro, y'all do the same thing to each other. And you want to make it tribal, we can make it tribal. The people in the way.
Hey, real quick, Sudanese.
Yes, sir.
You said you're Muslim, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you Muslim. And you said the regime doing all the destruction in Sudan is backed by the UAE, the
Yes,
United Arab Emirates.
Yes, sir.
Right. So that government system is a Muslim system, right? It's because the Muslim religion is created for and was created by Arabs.
No.
That is no. Muhammad was an Ishmaelite, and his descendants will be Arabs. That's historical.
So RSF, it literally states, when you look up the RSF, it states that it's anti-Islam. So if you look down right now, it says anti-Islam, genuinely.
Look up what? Look up what? Yeah, what
Look up the RSF. Look up the reserve forces, the RSF. On Google right now, it will say anti-Islam. And they are, in fact, considered a terrorist organization.
What's going on, man? How are you?
Europe just said
I'm well, thank you.
A terrorist organization. All because the United Nations didn't say anything, Europe stated they are considering the RSF a terrorist organization. But this man,
hold on, what they got to do with it? Explain to me what that has to do with what's going on with the.
Said a Muslim regime. I said they are anti-Islam.
No, I'm talking. I said the United Arab Emirates.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I'm
exactly.
like,
I was talking to RSF. My bad.
Yeah, no. The UAE, the United Arab Emirates, is a Arab government. They have a what's it called? The Shah? I don't know the name, but they have a king, right? And it's all set up. Yes, it's all set up. They claim or they proclaim to be a Muslim country, right? The Arab countries. That's what it is. Arab countries. The Arabs are Muslims. The religion of being a Muslim is for the Arabs. That's the same religion that is doing all the evil in Sudan, and that's the same religion that has been enslaving your people for thousands of years. So I'm confused, and then I'm quite sure brothers already said this to you, but like that don't make any sense, bro. What if are you Arab? Like, what's your father? Is your father Arab or your mother Arab?
Well, but sir, the reason why he's saying that.
Hold on, just answer that real quick. Is that'll cut the whole story? Right? Your father is Arab. Okay. That makes sense. Sense. Anyway, that's why you don't give a damn. That's why your spirit is. All right.
The reason why he's saying that because he's tying me to Omar al-Bashir. Say the multiple. I tell people all the time, don't go to UAE.
Deal with that. That's between y'all. Be mad because you an Arab and your people. Your people. He mad, bro, because his people get no praise. That's why he mad.
That's his fault.
No. Yeah, I would think like that. Right?
Wait, no, it's not hard to look. If you look at John Gray, he literally split the country off of the fact that he sided with Israel. Because he wanted his own account. We're not
going to debate with you whether or not it's some cool Sudanese people that's siding with the Arabs. No, that's everywhere. But the Arabs have historically always been an oppressor towards Africans. That's true. That's 100%. And the same thing in America. There's homes in America that side with the oppressor. So that's not something strange. Your thought process is strange. That's what's strange to us. That you're trying to minimize what's taking place to the people who are trying to speak to you, to tell them there will be a change if they turn their heart to the Most High God. That's what's strange. You know, like
So again,
the Arabs had a heavy hand in the enslavement of our people in the Indian Ocean slave trade in East Africa. That goes to Sudan, that goes to Tanzania, that goes to Zanzibar. They had a heavy hand, you understand? As they do this day, bro. As they do this day.
You know, Kirk is he an Arab. Hey, get that Islam. Somebody you believe in the Bible. If you believe in the Bible, the scripture said the spirit should dwell with you. You're welcome. Spirit in the Bible. You should understand. Have a good day. Start at verse 2 and read down to the list of nations.
the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
There's no question. Arabs hate. It's on record. Arabs hate Africans. Read.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They sit and they plot on how to destroy, take advantage, and exploit Africa. Read.
Against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
We are the hidden ones. The African diaspora are the hidden ones. Because the Bible calls us Israelites. That's why we go by these stupid names given to us by oppressors.
They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation.
It says, let us cut them off from their nation. There go many black African Muslims. Now, I don't know if you're trying to, I don't know what your point is saying there, but when it says, let us cut them off from being a nation, that would include ignorant Africans having the religion of Islam, right? Or, like today, on the Western Hemisphere, in America, stupid Negroes and Hispanics that call themselves or follow the religion of Christianity. That's how you cut a people off from being a nation. Those are the religions that have enslaved blacks and Hispanics across the whole globe, throughout Africa, throughout the Americas, throughout Europe. Keep reading.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That's why they call them the Christians is stupid. Because they don't know their religion. Their enemies took it away from them. They don't know their nationality. I don't even want to say it. They don't know their nationality because their enemies took it away from them. This is a plan. Read.
But they have consulted together with one consent.
And this is one thing that all the nations, I know that the white man and the Arab man fighting it out in the Middle East, or the so-called Middle East, in Israel right now, and Iran and Lebanon and Jordan and all throughout there, right? But this one thing that they can agree upon, to keep these niggas not knowing who they is. That's one thing they all can agree upon. All these babies dying, all these hospitals being blown up, schools, theaters, universities, all this talk about war. Yeah, that's cool. But you know what they all still ain't broke covenant on? Destroying the Israelites. That's the one thing they can consent on. Ain't nobody standing up talking about who the real Israelites are. Nobody talking about that. They know. The Arabs know. The so-called white man, the Europeans know. They all know, but they ain't opening their mouth talking about this. Keep reading.
They are confederate against thee.
Come on.
The tabernacles of Edom.
That's the so-called white man. Read.
And the Ishmaelites.
The Ishmaelites, now, anybody that got a half of Hebrew understanding, no.
Hello.
The Ishmaelites is where, or Ishmael.
Not too bad. How about you?
Or the Arabs today. Those are the Arabs today. God put them in the Bible as a part of the list of nations that has done all the things that we just read above. So if the spirit for witness to maybe you might be Israelite somewhere down the line. If you don't understand what other the Bible teaches, you might not be an Israelite. You might not, you probably not an Israelite. Or you a cool. You are a nigga.
tribe is very much. I'm the same tribe as America. So that's I'm of the Arab Alliance. You know, I'm like, it seems like everybody's on the side. I don't know why. It's worse.
Because we're just thinking, we're not denying that there's people in his community that are sellouts. It's the same thing in America. We had him on stage earlier, Tamaria. He's a sellout. He sides with the enemy. You're trying to deflect. What's going on now is based on what you said. You are trying to minimize what we're trying to magnify is being done, the injustice to a people. And the only way someone would do that is to misdirect the conversation and to make the people think something other than what is written in the scripture to gain a different picture. You can't say, I don't know why he's fighting with them. Okay? We're saying based on your word. We're speaking in opposition. The purpose of the Bible is to describe the rise and fall of empire and judgment from God. God is going to judge and give deliverance to the oppressed. You are telling people who are trying to show the oppressed, no, you're not. It's not bad over there. And then when we question you and we press you, you say, oh, you're defending the other guy because they got issues. America got issues also. There's a bunch of black people in America that are sellouts. And they align themselves with Donald Trump and the evil government. There's the blacks in the UK that align themselves with the leaders there and the evil government. So that's not the question, sir. The Bible speaks that 2/3 of my people shall be cut off and die because they align themselves with the oppressor and the evil government. The purpose of Christ, when Christ said to go and find the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and as you go preach there in the kingdom of heaven is at hand, that's why he's called the Savior. You're telling people who are trying to show that they're oppressed, no, you're not oppressed. These guys don't know what they're talking about. You guys got it good. Okay, so that's the problem that we have. Corporate, you just got yourself blocked from the room. Goodbye, corporate. See how stupid you are? This guy's he's so black and stupid. Before you just come to the room and just shut up, you come and do dumb stuff. Now what you gonna do for the rest? 2 o'clock. What you gonna do for the rest of the night? Smoke weed, play video games, jerk off? What you gonna do now? You could have been in this room doing something meaningful, but you come and be black and stupid. Now you gotta go to sleep because you don't got nobody you like you and no one to talk. The Bible's the Bible. Oh man. Yes, man, for real, man. Yes, I'm in there every day. And I don't mind them coming in here.
Have a good
But
night.
don't act black. You act black, we will push you down. Alright, you come in here, you behave. Alright, you behave. Now, what you gonna do for the rest of the night? You waited all this time, it's 2:21, what you gonna do now?
We're going to Prospect, right?
Nothing. You know my
You got to go find the car.
Yeah, it's a lack of respect for the room. Here. That's why Ecclesiastes 5 talks about, watch your mouth when you come before the Lord. Like, when brothers come, I didn't hear, I wasn't privy to the entire conversation, but I've heard that brother before. And it's just, honestly, it's a lack of respect for the moderators, for what the brothers are doing, for the votes, about the four corners. It's a lack of respect. And they had the same lack of respect for the prophets of old. So it's nothing new. It's just these brothers, they need to realize, we're really on a mission sent from the Lord. And this lack of respect, you get in this room, you get met with the same energy you bring. So these brothers gotta just watch their mouth, bro.
the word of God. I'll be surprised. He's making a room about me right now. You know how he is. He can storm off the room and open all your victory and start making a room about that. That's all he can do. I just want to tell you something the moderator said. He said we're going to be everyone the same energy. No, we're going to drive you. Okay, the stoppers, we're not meeting you at the same stopping energy. We are going to drag you. Don't come in the room with that type of energy. You're going to get dragged. And as we stay in New York, you're gonna get washed up and packed up. Life is a unique room. Watch your step. Read my mic.
This one
that's
here.
crazy.
Yeah, on the left.
I always observe how
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night, man.
Black
Good night.
people
You too.
are to one another, but at the same time, Black people, we tolerate we so sensitive at the same time. Like we tolerate the lowest levels of disrespect. Like if you just think somebody slightly disrespected you, Black people are be ready to throw down. But we disrespect each other so much. The hypocrisy is crazy. The hypocrisy is wild. He wouldn't come in no room for the white people talking about Jerry Springer and shit. He wouldn't come off the mic and dumbass.
The other dumb part about it is people like Brandon Tatum that isolate moments like that as white talking points to discredit movements. You understand what I'm saying? They'll take snippets like that. That's how black people act towards black people, yada yada yada, and use those as talking points for TPUSA. So, as much as he thinks he's discrediting our movement, he's only making it harder for us to get delivered. Matter of fact, he is, because he's just gonna get put. Feel like he's gonna get moved out the way and get put to death. For real. So he can believe in corporate America all he wants. He gonna get put to death with stuff.
Yeah, him and Shmee. They said she looked like Dobby from Harry Potter. I think Judge said, or no, was it Judge? It was somebody said it earlier. She looked like his wife looked like Dobby from Harry Potter.
Can I get a sock, you know?
Who's that? Who's what?
Brandon Tatum.
They got a picture of her? I want to see that picture.
I found one.
I don't understand you niggas that love the white man. You take the bottom of the barrel trailer trash white woman. You don't never get no white woman that we could be like, okay, she not that bad. You sell out you coons like Clarence Thomas. His wife looked like a gallon of milk. Come on, man. What? Yeah. I gotta get a picture of this.
Yo,
I gotta
wow.
get a picture of this. You know, quick.
I almost spit out my drink. Oh my God. Gallon of milk. It's crazy.
Like, you don't hold hands with her when you walk in. You be like, why you never hold my hand? Okay, you don't feel confident walking on the street with that.
Yo, I got a picture.
Hey, why you like, walk yourself, man? Oh, man, let me see your picture. Hold up, let me park this damn truck.
Damn. Yeah, and the ears is like, yo,
Yeah, she's not nice looking at all.
why her chin so sharp? Wait.
Harry Potter is Dobby. Oh.
Damn.
Thank you, Harry. You granted me freedom. You know, black people, man. Look, you gotta make sure your wife is straight, your house is straight, your clothes are straight before you say anything. When they come for your next thing,
Man, this woman so like A1 said, that's beyond why black men always bottom. I'm talking about what the scripture say, the dread. We choose the dread of the Edomite. Not that you should be with an Edomite in the first place, obviously. Man, They be choosing the worst of the worst of the worst of them.
The low self-esteem thing. We think the best, the lowest of them is the best of us. Oh, bro. That's why Esau, when they go for our people, they trying to get the baddest of the band.
Yeah, that's definitely low self-esteem. This man got all type of money, and this who he chose to reproduce with. Yeah, them ears is crazy, and that chin is crazy.
Hey, bro, they go like, your mom look like a orc from Lord of the Rings, bro. You better not ever take a picture. You better ever take a picture. Man, I'm gonna flame your next generation. I'm telling you. Gary.
This dude, this dude want to talk about us, but he don't want to address what's going on in the house. That's crazy. You worried about the wrong stuff, bro. You worried about the wrong stuff.
She looks like she don't use the stairs in this house. She crawl up the side of the wall.
Like the little girl that come out the TV. Oh, the ring.
Come on, the ring, bro.
The ring.
Oh, you know, you got 7 days just like the picture of her bed. He definitely needs to address that. Talk about that.
Damn, somebody said you look like handsome Squidward.
Brandon. Get your life together, Brandon. Somebody see you this way. And on top of that, you got, how come he don't talk about all popping up dead in these white men? Also, there was an article I found the other day about I think it was Richard Pryor. I think Richard Pryor have a white wife? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen that. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, that, like somebody just put in the chat down Sterling. Sterling. Say, what's bringing these niggas around here? You telling them black niggas. Okay, remember, I forgot what team he was.
The Clippers, LA.
Yeah. And he's there with black people, making him billions of dollars. The money didn't matter. What was from his soul, he couldn't control. So be happy when a person, it comes from the forefront. It goes from their mouth to their lips.
Keep right onto North Avenue East. In a quarter-mile, turn right on Springfield Avenue using the right lane. Turn right on Springfield Avenue. In a quarter-mile, turn right on During Way. Turn right on During Way, then drop off Paulina. Drop off Paulina.
Good evening. Thank you.
Have a good night. Thank you.
A focus on a look.
Head to your pickup at 155 2nd Avenue. Turn left on Springfield Avenue.
Was a person with an occultic personality, where the people followed the individual. When the individual used them for sex, they would take their finances, they would even make them kill. So you say the Israelites are cult. Be specific. Tell us, what are they doing that matches cult-like activity?
I'm looking at the definition right now. It says high control, organized.
Okay, that's good. That's what I said. How are they highly controlling people?
Brother, you cut me off.
I know I'm cutting you off because I want you to be specific and stop talking shit. You said they're a cult. Tell the audience, how are they a cult? How are they controlling people? Let's just stick right there. I'm glad you looked up the definition. Let's stick right there. How are they controlling people?
Did you hear the question, John? Yeah, I'm just waiting until he's finished.
I'm going to ask you again, since you heard the question. Tell the audience how they control people.
Okay. If I speak again and you cut me off, I'm done for.
Tell the audience how they. I don't give a shit if you talk or not. I don't care. You can't answer, so that's why you acting like a bitch now. You said something, you look stupid, and you can't answer. You cannot give a logical answer to the audience. You can be quiet. That's the smartest thing. They have a saying: it's better to remain silent and have people think you're a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. So you speaking or not speaking, anyway, I win. We're not mad that you don't want to talk. You're not the first idiot to come here and say some shit they can't back up. I'm not gonna talk to this finish. So what?
I can definitely back up what I'm saying, but obviously.
So do it and stop talking shit. I gave you the floor to do it and stop talking
I'm not done speaking. I'll let you know when to speak.
Okay. Do it and stop talking shit. Stop repeating the same thing. Stop repeating the same thing over and over. Do it. Prove that they're a cult.
You need to control your emotions. But like I said before, before I was really interrupted,
using psychological tactics in people to gain or to go by ideology is definitely a cult way. So if you're using psychological tactics to gain people to believe in what you believe in, that is cult behavior. Just like all the people in here, you're using psychological tactics as a leader to make them believe in what you believe in. And anybody that disagrees, you just use more psychological tactics. So one good thing. Thank you for letting me speak.
How many people's in the room? How many people?
Let me see.
What's the number?
659.
Okay, you 659 people. Let's pull a vote. Is there anywhere in the Bible that it says Christ is a white man with blonde hair and blue eyes, and Jesus is white, and God is white sitting in the clouds? Do you read that anywhere in the Bible? But yes, if you can show me where it says Christ is a white man with blonde hair and blue eyes, and his father is white sitting in the cloud with naked angels around him, with his fingers sticking out, touching another white man with his dick hanging out, that they painted in the 16th chapter. Okay, thank you. So you got black people that believe, they walk around with a crucifix of something that's not in the Bible. Who's the coach? You got black people calling themselves Christians, believing in a white Jesus, believing in a white God, by white people that oppress them. And if you ask them to show it to the Bible, they can't show it to you. So you just talk this stupid, you just, it's not even worth having a conversation with you. You're ignorant. You have no intelligence. There's nowhere in the Bible it's supposed to be Methodist, Baptist, Catholic, Jehovah's Witness, Seventh-day Protestant, Lutheran, Pentecostal, Calvinist, now apologists. Those are fucking cults. We're reading a book and showing people where to look, and you're saying we're controlling them. They don't have nothing to back what they're saying, but that's not a cult. You're so fucking stupid. You're not making no sense.
Technically, I look at
You're so stupid. They do that in the church. Every Sunday, they take their money and make them look funny, and they can't show them shit. You convince people to pass a collection plate around and take money from people every day that believe in a white man that never existed, a white God that they can't prove in the Bible. That's a fucking cult, you idiot.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You need to control your
emotions. So shut the fuck up then. Don't come here with no stupid shit. Like you're logical and you have intelligence and you got something to say. Come on, man. This thing is speaking from a place of arrogance, and he can't back nothing that you say. Okay? We going to this, so we do what Christ said. Christ said, Matthew chapter 10, verse 5.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Quarter mile turn right on
Go
Locust
rather
Street
to
to
the
the right
long
lane.
of the house of Israel.
Read.
And as he goes, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
One religious I'll retract everything I'm saying to you. I will apologize and I will leave this room if you can show me a religious denomination that's following Jesus Christ that's doing that. That's going into the streets and looking for the Lord's sheep for the house of Israel and telling them that there's a kingdom that awaits them. Because they all say they believe on Jesus Christ and they're not doing shit Jesus Christ says to do. Then when we follow what Jesus Christ says, oh, you're a cult. You're trying to control minds. You're trying to take over. That's bullshit. You say you believe on Jesus Christ as a Christian. There's nowhere in the Bible that says that he's a white guy with blonde hair and blue eyes. There's nowhere in the Bible he says to set up churches to go to on Sunday and pass a fucking collection plate around and force people, coerce people to give away their money every Sunday and make them feel like they're going to hell if they don't give money. You're a fucking idiot. You don't have, you're not qualified to be on the stage to talk to us. You dumbass.
On 2nd Avenue. Then pick up
Anybody
James
that
on the
calls
right.
somebody else stupid, technically, they're just projecting their own.
Projecting that you're a fucking idiot. I'm projecting. I hope it's hitting you where it needs to hit you. You're an idiot. You can't back nothing that you're saying.
The only
If we
person
give
that's
you all
saying,
night, you can't back nothing that you said.
the only
Okay?
person that's
You
saying
just
that
hate us. You hate us because you ain't us. So a cult is how you try to paint us.
the only
You think
person
you're the
that's
first idiot that I've come across that said that stupid shit? We're not forcing people in the street. Christ said, get Matthew chapter 10, verse 16, read it. This is what Jesus Christ said, and this is what we do. Read.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 16. Behold, I send you.
Morning, sir. How are you?
I'm sorry.
I'm
Matthew
well.
chapter 10, verse 11.
Head to your drop-off at 42 Jackson Drive.
To whatsoever city or town
Just ahead, turn right on Chestnut
and
Street.
inquire who did it, it is the word.
Don't do that. Read.
And there abide till ye go thence.
Turn right on Chestnut Street.
You nor hear your words. When you depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet.
Coach, don't do that. Christ said, whoever won't hear you or receive your words, shake off the dust from your feet and keep it moving. So you don't know what you're talking about.
I personally do know what I'm talking about, but obviously with these psychological tactics to gain an audience so they can live it.
Man, the only psychological shit I'm doing is I'm fucking your head up. Because you thought you was going to come in here and say some stupid shit, and it's not working. That's the only psychology. That's what I'm projecting. That's the only psychology I'm projecting. I'm projecting that you don't know shit and you're talking shit. Okay? A psychological projection is in a church coercing people to give money, to give their land, and telling them if they pay the people at institutions, their life is going to get better. We don't do that shit. We don't do that shit. We don't walk around begging people for money. We read what the Bible says, and if you obey, okay. If not, pick rocks with no socks with them blocks, nigga. You ain't begging nobody to join us.
In a quarter mile, turn right on 9th Avenue. This is a right lane.
Drag nobody to join you doesn't mean that. If they use certain aspects of telling people, hey, we don't believe it. You will go to hell. There's no difference than what the Christians
That's a
are doing.
fucking lie. We don't tell nobody they're going to hell. You're lying today. We don't have the control to the gates of hell. We don't have the way to heaven. They tell you that in the Christian church. That's what white people say. If you don't believe in white Jesus and a white God and give us money, and look, that's why they made a slave Bible. You fucking idiot. Look for the slave Bible. Look who made this shit up. White people that are part of the Christian clan, Ku Klux Klan, white American Christian nationalists made up a Bible and removed passages to control people. You fucking idiot. Do some research. If I was to sit down with you in a formal debate, I would destroy you.
You can't destroy. No, you wouldn't destroy me because you're not smart or you're fucking idiot.
Yes, I'm saying that because I'm speaking from a place
Turn left on Pine Street. Then turn right on Marion Road.
If a formal debate was for worldwide and we're on video, I will refrain from the profanity. But right now you're in my room meeting your dude. So I don't give a shit if you stay or you go. I just want my audience to know how to answer people like you. You're a fucking idiot.
Turn right on Meriden Road.
But
You haven't said nothing intelligent to back your point. You're just fucking rambling and repeating the same shit over and over. I don't give a shit. You think I care? You think I care if you stay or you go? You think that I'm having civilized conversation with you like I give a shit what you think? You just running your fucking mouth. You haven't made no points yet. You haven't made no points. No, I'm not stoic and I'm not stupid. Make a point to prove that we're a cult and we're trying to control people. We go to the street, we speak, whoever listens, fine, whoever don't listen, pick rock. We're not taking people's numbers and calling them down and asking them for their fucking bank account and telling them every week, where are you? We miss you. We need your money. Like they do in the Christian church, Methodist, Baptist, Catholic, Jehovah's Witness. Come on,
alright?
You need to control your emotions.
No,
But
I'm
like I
not
said
gonna
before,
control my emotions because I don't give a shit about yours. Stop repeating the same fucking thing over and over. Say something logical. Say something to make me look stupid. Say something to make me look like I don't know what I'm talking about.
I already am, obviously, you get it. But like I said before, brother, I'm sorry that you can't control your emotions. Like I said before, technically you're still in a cult, just like all these other people. You just don't understand that you see it. I'm trying to help you to give you the knowledge of the truth, but obviously,
this nigga got on his profile, which suburb baby. What fucking grown man calls himself a baby?
In a quarter-mile, turn right on
You
Long
got
Avenue.
that girl, you know how them girls put the close-up picture side profile? You got the fucking audacity to come and talk to me. And you look ridiculous, you sound ridiculous, you don't have no talking point. You never been spoken to by a real man before. So put your dumb ass in your place.
I wouldn't really be
Turn right on Long Avenue.
Good,
Then
that's
turn
why
right
I'm
on
talking
Jackson
to you the
Drive.
way that I'm talking to you. So the next time you come across an Israelite, you're gonna watch your fucking mouth.
I don't have to watch anything in person if you would have been speaking to me like this. But like,
everybody says that. Everybody says that same stupid shit. And I'm not hard to find.
Turn right on Jackson Drive. Then drop off James on the right.
Shit, I would tell you the same thing to your face.
No,
Everybody says that.
no. But I'm in the Bronx. If you ever want to come,
I'm in the Bronx too. I'm in the Bronx too.
I'm in the Bronx.
I'm in the
Drop off
street.
James on the
Go
right.
to YouTube. You can see my page. You can see the street that I am there. I'm in the Bronx too.
Come to
I'm
idea.
there. I'm in the shit.
Yes, sir.
We just had somebody from Philly say the same shit. I'm in Philly too. We had somebody in Jersey say the same thing. I'm in Jersey too. Those threats, they don't mean shit to me. Listen to me. The difference between me and you is I'm ready to die for what the fuck I say. It's not a problem to me. If I die, I die. It is what it is, nigga. I'm not ready to die for nigga shit. I'm not talking about my Glock or my block or who I shoot or whatever. I'm not talking that shit. Christ said that we're going to lose our lives preaching the gospel, and we believe in it and we see it. So if a nigga come and threaten me, that's the best way to leave this earth. Well, a stupid nigga taking my life and he's standing for the gospel. Christ called people fools also, sir.
Right on
I'm
Commerce
sure in
Drive.
the scriptures, he chased people out the church and told them, you made my father's house a den of thieves. He whooped niggas' ass. And they did the same thing you said. Let's kill him. Let's kill him. Luke chapter 11, verse 53. They resorted to it. When they couldn't resist the stuff that was coming from Christ's mouth, they said the same shit you said. Luke chapter 11, verse 53, reader.
The book of Luke, chapter 11 and verse 53. And as he said these things unto them, the scribes and the Pharisees.
John chapter 11, verse 53.
Turn right on Commerce Drive.
The book of John, chapter 11 and verse 53. Then from that day forth, they took counsel together for to put him to death.
What you think? This is something new? This is not new. That's why y'all resort to that. Say it to my face. Come where I am.
Just ahead, turn right on Myrtle Street.
Because I cannot lie to you. What you're saying is wrong. I mean, my mic.
Nobody said beat you up because you wouldn't be speaking in disrespect terms. You would be in your best behavior.
Turn
But
right
like I
on
said
Myrtle
before,
Street.
people just need
Listen, unless you're talking that gun shit, that's the only way that you do that. I know how bitch ass niggas is in the Bronx. Okay, I was born in Brooklyn. I grew up all my life in the Bronx. And the only time niggas say that is with that gun shit. You ain't putting no fucking hands on me, and they're walking around like it's all good in the hood.
Oh, yeah. The Bronx. The Bronx. You speak out your mouth, and you're going to be on your best behavior. And if you start speaking out of your mouth, and you feel like this.
Whatever. Can you say something? What
do you want to say, brother?
Can you say something to logically prove that we're a cult? Could you just show us something how we're trying to control them?
What do you want to say, bro?
To me, you have cults historically. You have the one in where's the one that he made them drink the drink, and all of them died.
Gosh, I forgot that guy's name. He took him to an island and he killed over 1,000 people.
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones. David correct. That's a cult. America has a history of cults and the things that they do, and the behavior of the person that's leading the cult is irrational. It's not logical. Nobody understands. The family member don't understand
In a
why
quarter mile, turn right on First
what
Avenue
made
into the
them
right
look
lane.
to that personality that was dysfunctional to make them follow. We're in the streets telling people don't sell drugs, don't use drugs. Women stop dressing like that. Men get married. Honor the Sabbath and keep it holy. Follow the dietary law. Go to observe, honor the Sabbath and keep it holy. We're a cult. Telling people the things in the Bible that are beneficial for building a nation up and making a person better. You don't make no fucking sense, bro. You just don't, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, or you live on social media. Okay? For you to make a statement like that, you're not making
Turn
sense.
right on First Avenue.
Ahead and talk shit. And as I said, an audience, whenever someone challenges you, especially you're in a cult or you're in a bad organization, make them give talking points. Don't let them use the Bible to say, well, you're trying to psychologically. No, the psychological control is you taking, telling people you have control of their soul. You telling them, you don't give me money every Sunday, God is not going to bless you. That's a fucking cult. I watch them destroy people financially. They send them to prison. Pastor after pastor after pastor go up to prison for robbing the congregation, for embezzlement, having sex with people in the congregation. But he's going to come now and tell us, well, we're teaching thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery. Honor thy father and thy mother. We go into prison.
In a quarter mile, turn left on Locust Street using the left lane.
Young MOV. We do non-violent, okay? And he's going to tell us you're a code by the stuff that you're doing according to the Bible that defines right and wrong according to God. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, that dude didn't have a leg to stand on. Didn't say
Turn
one
left on
valid
Locust
point.
Street.
Yeah. Just like the coon. It's funny, we were just talking about the coon. It's like we summoned the coon.
In a quarter mile, turn right on West Grand Avenue.
Alright, we're going, my aperture. There we go. Aperture. We got Yana Israel on stage. You know Yana?
Turn right on West Grand Avenue.
Most High Christ bless.
Shalom, what's up, bro? You got a question or you going to speak on the topic?
Yes, I want to speak to the topic. Are the Israelites the new KKK? I would say no, because we don't go around killing people, lynching people, calling them out their names. If anything, this is the best organization to be a part of, simply because you guys have your lives day in and day out to teach our people the word of God. And you know, if this is a code, then hey, I'm in the best code ever in my lifetime. And I just don't understand why people just say dumb stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I was asleep, like I was there to the real sleep. And Most High was like, wake up. I woke up and Father A1 was cooking. I mean, he was cooking with high grease, wasn't jumping away from the stove. He was just in there just cooking. I think I'm gonna call him Chef A1. But no, we're not a code, everyone. down there with the pink tickets listening or anything like that. If anything, this is a good organization to be a part of. It changes our lives. It changed my life for the better. When I first heard the word, I was here with Deuteronomy 22, verse 5. And that's what brought me in. And one of my favorite scriptures is John chapter 7, verse 38. You know, Christ brought us into this. No man brought us into this. This is all the Lord's doing. And that's all I wanted to say. I mean, my mic.
All praise. We appreciate that, sis. There's many people that come up on the stage and try to discredit us in the work that we do. We got 100 more people to tell the truth of how much the Bible has done for them. How much the Israelites and the understanding.
Hey, there's people. I'm gonna put it in the front.
Great evening. Morning. Yes.
Got room back there?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. How are you?
I am well. How are you today?
Head to your drop off at United. Turn right on Mickey Avenue. Just ahead, turn left on East Westfield Avenue. Turn left on East Westfield Avenue. Southwest on Elmore Avenue. In a quarter-mile, turn left on Spring Street using the left lane. Turn left on Spring Street. Important directions. Quarter-mile, keep right onto Carson Road using the right lane. Keep right onto Carson Road. In a quarter-mile, keep right onto Carson Road using the right lane. Keep right onto Carson Road. Then keep right onto Carson Road. Using the right lane, keep right onto Carson Road. In a quarter-mile, make a slight right turn on Earhart Drive. Make a slight right turn on Earhart Drive. Drop off Rebecca on the right.
Premier Access. Is that on the same floor, right?
Yes, all on
Oh,
one.
okay. Great.
I'm gonna assume Premier is probably
Okay, yeah.
that one there.
Thank you.
You're right.
46 Myrtle Avenue.
But it be these same people that work for Amalek, that work for the Israelites, right? Just like Brandon Tatum, he went to the land of Israel, and the little Jewish kid spit on him, and he was this dummy gets on the interview with Netanyahu and says, "You know, things was great. We you know, because that's what them damn devils over there in the land of Israel do. They spit on so-called Christians, right? When they go over there, they abuse so-called Christians whenever they go to the land of Israel, because they're evil ass people. That's the thing. You could go. Okay, we got Abdul Egyptian on stage. Abdul, how you doing?
I'm just have a question. Say something first.
Well, before you ask your question, what are your thoughts on the topic? Are the Israelites still KKK?
Yeah, that's the question about the topic. Yeah.
Well, do you understand the topic?
Yeah, you're speaking about the Israelites and you're speaking about them like KKK, right? Ku Klux Klan, right?
Yes. So do you agree with that? Are they the new KKK?
Yeah, I want to just know why you telling them, why you think they are like KKK.
I'm not saying they are. We asking a question. Where are you from, Abdul?
Okay. I'm a Muslim. Why I'm here? I'm saying I think the Christian, like the Israelites, like the Jews, all of them have in the book something making like a KKK. So that's why I'm asking. If you are Christian, you have something in your book like KKK. If you are Jews, something in your book, something.
Well, real quick. Who over there in the land wants to bomb the Palestinians?
The Israelites, the Canaanites, the Palestinians, anyone who are from this land want to live there, I don't care if you are Jews, Muslims, anything Christian. I just saying, if anyone saying about the Israelites, the Christians, better than anyone who has all the Jews, saying better than anyone. What's the difference between those religions, like the Christianity and religion?
Well, Israel, to be an Israelite, to be an Israelite is not a religion.
I know.
To be an Israelite is a nationality. And so that's why I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking you if you believe that those white people over there are the Israelites.
Okay, but the KKK, not just the nationalists, right?
No. Hold on. Do you believe Benjamin Netanyahu is an Israelite?
I don't think that's
Okay, that's right. Benjamin Netanyahu is not an Israelite. So those people say they're Jews. They are not the real Israelites. Those are actually Edomites.
That's why.
The real
That's why I was asking.
Yeah, the real Israelites.
Speaking about the identity.
Yeah, we talked about their identity. Yes, so the real Israelites are black people in America. You know that?
Yeah, I understand you. That's why I was asking about this because I was speaking about like KKK and something like extreme or something like this. You are speaking about just the identity. Now I understand. Yeah. I agree with you.
I mean, I didn't say any position. So.
Oh, yes, he's talked about Netanyahu.
Yes, Netanyahu is not an Israelite.
I agree with you about that.
Okay, good. So who are the Israelites? You know?
I don't know if anyone right now can say about himself is an Israelite, or even if someone claims this, how we gonna make sure that's it?
Well, when you read the Bible, it talks about the things
that the Israelites would be going through. Like if you go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, 48, you're Muslim, right? What country are you from, Abdel?
I'm from Egypt.
Egypt. Oh, okay, that's perfect. Go to Deuteronomy 28, 68.
The book of Deuteronomy.
Hold on, I'm gonna Abdel. Just for example, I'm gonna show you how we know who on earth can claim to be an Israelite. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So when you read the Bible, the Torah, the original Israelites were in Egypt as slaves. When Moses is telling the Israelites they'd go into Egypt again, he's telling them they go into slavery again. Go ahead.
With ships.
So the only people that went into slavery on ships are blacks and Hispanics. Right? Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So the Israelites would go into slavery on ships, just like Moses was telling them. Those white people in the land, they never went into slavery on ships. Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And when we got off the slave ship, we were sold to the white man. Right? Go ahead.
For bondmen,
slave men,
and bondwomen,
slave women.
And no man shall buy you.
And nobody redeemed us out of that situation. We're still in America as slaves. That's why the KKK historically was killing black people. So that's how we know that blacks and Hispanics are the real Israelites, that those white people over there are not the Israelites. So when we ask, are the Israelites the new KKK, we're asking if the people here in America who are now learning that they're the real people of the Bible, are they the same thing as the white people who used to hang black people from trees? You understand, Abdo?
Yeah, brother, but it's not related. I just let you to finish, but it's not related to my argument. Still, why you believe the Bible is right, even if it's right, even the Bible is 100% correct in everything. How someone claim today that he is Israelite from what DNA or something like this? If I understand Israelite right, if I understand that's right, Israelite is a race, something like a race. So how you can?
Yes, you're right. Israelite is a race. So just like we read a curse, and that curse only happens to one group of people, and that curse explains why black people went into slavery on ships. Just like read verse 48.
Deuteronomy chapter 20.
Verse 46. Watch this, Abdo. This is how we know that the Bible is real, and how we know that black people are the Israelites. This is how we know this. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
So my
argument,
which
is not related, even if it's true. My first argument about the Bible. You believe the Bible is everything in the Bible is from God, right? Or you believe
yes, the Bible is God's book. Yep, the Bible coming straight from God.
Okay, you have a proof for this?
Yeah, we really need a proof right now.
That the Bible from God? From the Bible?
Yeah, because why else did black people go into slavery on ships? Like right now, you're in Egypt, right? Egypt is right next to Libya. You know what's happening to black people in Libya?
Things happen everywhere.
So right now in Libya, black people are being sold as slaves and being put on ships and shipped all throughout the Arab world. We just read that the Israelites... We just read that
when I speak about Libya and slavery,
taken into slavery on ships. Just like black people are being taken into slavery on ships by Arab people, and that they will be sold to their enemies. Historically, Arabs have been enemies to black people. That's why Islam has been forced on black people throughout the continent of Africa. You understand, Abdo?
that's not true. First thing, I'm gonna speak about Libya, and I'm gonna come back about the Arabi enemy to the blacks. First of all, in Libya, the slavery in Libya, I don't think in Libya they are targeting the blacks. If someone brown in Libya and poor and doesn't have anyone to protect him, so they're gonna say, no, that's like us, that's Libyans, like us. No, we're not gonna sell him. We just target the black, right? Really? You think that's the mentality there?
That is
Not
the
people.
mentality
Wait,
in the
wait, wait,
Arab
wait, wait,
world.
wait. Just wait, brother.
Historically,
Just
from
wait,
the
just wait, just
600s.
wait, just wait, just
Well,
wait.
no, I'm gonna answer.
And
I'm gonna
and
answer
this
your
Libya, and this
question.
Libya, and this
That was
Libya, and this
the
Libya,
mentality.
and Muammar al-Qaddafi.
Hold on one
Wait,
second,
wait,
Abdul.
wait, wait, wait.
Abdul, I'm gonna
Oh,
so you can listen. So yes, I don't care if you speak Arabic. Historically,
talking about historically, I'm gonna comment to the historical point. I understand.
Just wait. Historically, and even to this day, Arabs have enslaved black people and forced them to learn Islam. That's why many black people in the west coast of Africa and all throughout Africa are Muslims that have a name like Muhammad. Those are slave names. You understand, Abdo?
I understand, and I speak, and you don't interrupt me, brother, please.
Well, I'm a moderator, so I'm moderating the room.
Hey, I just want to finish my point. That's all what I want. Okay, you spoke about Libya. If you are speaking right now, there is slavery in Libya, but I don't think they target the black people. They're poor people, and they do anything to feed their family. Other people doesn't have protection. Okay, why Libya like this? Why they are savage like this? Why they not like the West, the best people in the world? who's the reason that Muammar al-Qaddafi get killed? And before Muammar al-Qaddafi, this country, you want to say that it's a dictator like Trump? You don't have a dictators, guys. You are very good. You are good countries. But if you are to say that he's a dictator, he deserves to die, I don't think that the result is very good. So I don't think you have a higher moral ground to speak about anything. And if you want to speak about the Arab and the black history,
I do have higher moral ground.
Wait, brother. Let me continue my point.
America don't make
you spoke about the enemy between the black and the Arab historically.
Let me drop bombs on Libya. I'm not Bill Clinton. I'm not George Bush. I ain't go to war with no damn Arab man. I do have the higher moral ground. Biblically, I got
can
the higher
finish my point, or you gotta interrupt everything? You said 2 points. I'm gonna speak about the historical point.
Abdo, what you gotta understand is I'm a moderator. I can.
Who give a fuck, brother? Go fuck yourself.
Hey, look, you letting that wild man come out? Damn Arab. Hey, y'all see I tried with that dude. I let him talk. I had to. But in Libya right now, they still enslave black people. They still enslaving black people. They still raping black women. That's the Arab man's MO, right? The Arab man is just as guilty as the so-called white man. Why we don't ever talk about the Arabs being like the KKK? They used to lynch black people all throughout the Arab world. That's how we became Habibi. That's what they call us, slaves. They used to lynch us all throughout the Arab world. But we got Sudanese on stage. Sudanese, you was talking in the chat, man. What's your thoughts on the topic first, and we can get to what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. I said no, the Israelites are not the KKK. I was here earlier, but I wanted to talk to A1, but I left. But the answer is not to the title. I realized I never got the answer to the title.
Oh, okay, word. Yeah, are you Sudanese?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you said you're Arab?
Yes, sir.
Like your dad's Arab?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
tribe.
Say that again?
Yes, sir. Tribe-wise, technically.
Okay. What was your question? You said you had a question?
Yeah, earlier there was a misunderstanding. I want to apologize to the room about that. Something that you're talking about right now. Oppressed people within Libya.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Yeah, what you're saying about Libya is true. Libya, picked out. But yes, most Libyans today, they are keeping people for more than 3 to 2 years, but it depends on what they're asking for. Like ransom, or they found out your people have money, they're gonna ask for that you can't pay up right away. They'll keep them there until it's time to uh, come up with a sum of money, or you're just going to be a slave, a servant. So yes. So yeah, that is true about Libya. Libya is a very oppressed country.
Yeah, I'm not the smartest guy, but where I'm from, that sounds like slavery.
Oh no, you know, it's definitely slavery. Yeah. Nobody denies that. Not even the black Libyans, they deny that part. That like ethnic ones, because there are a lot of authority people there. There are a lot of West Africans are in Libya today. Yes, so they don't. But the ethnic ones that live in Libya, they don't deny that.
Okay.
It's just
those ethnic ones. Those would be like Afro-Libyans, or how does that work?
You could say that. Yeah. Well, they wouldn't be called Afro-Libyans because they're ethnically Libyan. So I would just say Amazigh, which means indigenous peoples, right?
Like Coptic indigenous, or like what you mean? I think there's a book that goes into like race in the Arab world, and it kind of goes into, because I don't know if you know this or not, but Arabs aren't indigenous to North Africa.
So what?
Arabs are not indigenous to North Africa.
Oh no, I agree with that. Yeah.
Or even the Sudan. Arabs aren't indigenous. They came into that land through conquering.
Not Sudan, though. So
yeah, Sudan. Because Sudan used to belong to like the Egyptians.
No. A lot of people say that. That was due to the Anglo-Egyptian period. We were never once, but we did. I can't say we because I'm not Nubian, but I say we because I am Sudanese. But when I say we, I'm referring to the Nubian people. They did used to run kingdoms within Egypt and stuff. There's actually a woman. She's Egyptian. She's half Nubian and Greek. She ruled Egypt for a period of time. But even in Egypt, they still have a pedigree called Nubian Egyptian. They know for a fact they're not Egyptian because they're Nubian. They came from Sudan and migrated upward with the migration. But it wasn't for the Anglo-Egyptian period when we were colonized by Egypt and by Britain, we wouldn't be part of Egypt. But Arabs, there's a lot of identity crisis in Al-Galati. A lot of them have identity crisis within to the day, especially the people called, is he not Lotic? No, I'm not a Lotic. I don't look anything not Lotic. Sorry to tell you, I don't look nothing not Lotic.
Yeah, you look Bantu to me. If I'm like, you look like a nigga, bro. I'm just keeping it bad with you. You look like some niggas I know from Ethiopia.
Wait, you been to Ethiopia?
No, I just got a lot of partners from that side of the world, so I know a little bit about something. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I don't mind it. Like, no magic. No.
That might be your mama Fulani.
Yes, she's a Senegalese Fulani. Yes, Hutotoro.
Okay. Yeah. Race in Africa is interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a scripture. Because you be in this room a lot. I feel like I done spoken to you before.
I talked to you before.
I feel like it.
I don't want to be stereotypical, but I don't think we sound alike.
To all you Black Hebrew Israelites sound alike.
You see, that's why I didn't want to be stereotypical. I don't think I talked to you before. But I've been okay. But I don't think I've talked to you.
Definitely, maybe, I don't know. Because I've had this conversation before about again, race in the Sudan, race throughout the Arab world, race in East Africa. But real quick, but you do be in here, right?
Yes, I am.
I don't know that the Fulani are Hamites. I haven't heard that. I ain't heard Bishop teach that either, so I can't. But I don't think you're right. Whoever's saying this, you got
Fulani are Hamites.
Yeah, I don't know that, but I know this. Give me real quick. Go to Isaiah 11 and 10, real quick, just to touch on the topic of Israelites being all throughout the continent of Africa, especially on the eastern side. Watch this, Isaiah 11 and 10. You got me, Makai?
Yes, sir. The book of Isaiah, chapter 11 and verse 10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people.
That's talking about Jesus Christ, the Black Messiah. Go ahead.
To it shall the Gentiles seek.
Those Gentiles there are Israelites scattered in all these different countries who might be calling themselves Sudanese. The Sudanese just mean black. It's like black people in America, we call ourselves black, or you might call yourself a foundational Black American. And in your mind, you really believe you're an American, right? Or wherever you've been scattered. Go ahead.
And his rest shall be glorious.
And so understanding that Jesus Christ is a black man and that you're an Israelite, not a Sudanese or a Libyan or an Iranian or an Iraqi. You got Afro-Iraqis, Afro-Iranians. They truly believe that that's their identity. But understanding, hey, I fit these curses. My spirit, I can understand being in slavery and being oppressed and being at the bottom of a society. Man, I must be an Israelite. I got to keep the commandments, and I know that one day I'm going to be gathered back to my people. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria.
I feel like you're doing mad skips over commas. To recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left. Meaning there's a remnant of Israelites scattered all throughout the world, especially in the places that are about to be named. Go ahead.
From Assyria.
Assyria is Turkey. Go ahead.
And from Egypt.
Egypt is Egypt. It's the literal Egypt like we know it today. I think they call that lower Egypt. I'm pretty sure. Go ahead.
And from Pathros.
Pathros is what they call Upper Egypt. That's Sudan or Nubia, like you were talking about. Because at one point in time, going way back before the Greeks that colonized that land under Ptolemy and Alexander the Great, they were one nation. Although you had the Egyptians running one part and the Nubians down in the south, or what is Upper Egypt or Pathros. So you have Israelites who are scattered in the land of Sudan. Go ahead.
And from Cush.
Cush is Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somalia, Djibouti. Go ahead.
And from Elam.
Elam is going into Iran. It's going into India. It's going into Pakistan and those areas. Go ahead.
And from Shinar.
Shinar is Iraq. You get those Afro-Iraqis. Go ahead.
And from Hamath.
Hamath is going into Syria.
And from the islands of the sea.
That's going into like Melanesia, Bougainville, the Caribbean islands, all those different small islands where our people are scattered. Read verse 12.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations.
And in that ensign, that signal is going into the Bible, because we can read this Bible and you have people from those different parts of the world who are going to hear it and are going to resonate with what's in it. Go ahead.
And shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
The outcasts, because we've been scattered all throughout these different places in our slavery. Go ahead.
And gather together the dispersed of Judah.
Because we've been dispersed all throughout the different parts of the world. It's like you got Judah in America. You got Judah scattered all throughout Africa and Europe. You got Judah that's been scattered in Asia, all throughout the South Pacific Islands. We've been scattered all around the world. Go ahead.
From the four corners of the earth.
So that's just to touch on what you was talking about, the Sudanese, as far as the different, like, you know, what you call indigenous or Afro or Black people scattered in these different places.
Yes. No, I agree. Actually, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, sir. I agree. You did ask the question. Do our Fulani people consider the Ahmed? You say you're reading something in the chat. I have a book. If you would like to read it, I don't mind sharing it. Most people I know, you guys do tend to read from Babylon Table 2. On that page where he talks about the Fulani people being the man of Hut, if I'm not mistaken, that's a Hamitic person, descendant of Ham. That's not true whatsoever. I do have Fulani scholars that do state that the Fulani people do come from Mount Sinai. You do have Usman Dafuyu. You have another person by P. Wise and Joseph Greenberg. You also have another person by the name of Usman Dafuyu, who started the cult of Caliphate as well. He even states that Fulani people come from Mount Sinai. But he didn't make this something up. That because some of them are from a certain country, they believe that's where they're from. If you ever talk to a Fulani person, a lot of them will have different origin stories. A lot of them will say that, oh, we're from northern Senegal to lower Mauritania, which isn't true, like Futadoro. Some might even say it's Sudan. Even though there are a lot of Fulani people that live in Sudan, we call them Falata. Are they liked? No, they're not liked. Whatsoever. Fulani people are not liked in Sudan. Not even the Hausa. It's been since over 100 years, and yet they're still fighting for that nationality. You know, even some of them were at one point being slaves. But yeah, Fulani people, they're not Hamitic people. Some of them might be if they intermarry with other African tribes or people, but they're very much come from Israel. Yeah. But the scholars that they mentioned are Fulani does state that they come from Israel. Usman Dafuyu, Mel the fourth time, and P. Wise and Joseph Green. These are the men that do talk about Fulani people being from Israel.
Yeah, I just read that in the chat. I don't my leadership don't teach that. I don't teach that. You know. Plus, Romans 8:16. Oftentimes we can't really go off that because all throughout Africa you have like you talk about Bantu and Nilotic people, and you have a mixture of Bantu Nilotes, which you know some people might say they Nilotic, but going down the line they have an Israelite dad, and they really an Israelite just living in Nilotic customs. Go read that, Makai.
The book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 16. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
Oh, it's all based off your spirit bearing witness with the Bible and the curses that are written in Deuteronomy 28. You've heard Deuteronomy 28 before, right?
Oh, yes, yes.
Do you resonate with those curses?
Those are due to my father. No. Those are no.
Okay.
Wait, tell us.
I'm just talking about you. Can you relate?
Yeah, I relate. Oh, no.
Okay, all right. Well, shit. That's on you, man. Still keep the commandments. You in this room enough, man. You keep the commandments, bro. Are you Muslim?
Yes, yeah. But I do wear fringes.
Nigga, you an Israelite, bro. Stop playing. Hey, bro, you better repent, bro. Just repent, bro. Put Islam down. Just keep the commandments, bro.
No, like my tribe wear fringes. Both of my tribes. Falanis wear fringes. My dad's tribe wear fringes too. So that's just how. It's a no fun.
Numbers 15:38.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
So throughout your generations, as long as you live in, this is going to be a statute for the children of Israel. Now, I'm not, the most learned brother, the most well-traveled brother, but I know for a surety in this day and age, everybody ain't wearing fringes like that. The Jewish man don't be wearing fringes. Ishmael or the Arabs don't be wearing fringes. Ham, so-called Nilotic Africans, they don't be wearing fringes like that. if you wearing fringes and this is known in your people, you probably an Israelite, bro. Go ahead.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Now you might not be doing this part because over time things get diluted and they switch up, but that right there is letting you know you probably did. Go to Numbers or 2nd Ezra, chapter 3 and verse 32. I heard you doing a hard page flip. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra, chapter 3 and verse 32. Or is there any other people that knoweth thee beside Israel?
Meaning only the Israelites have known God. Go ahead.
Or what generation have so believed thy covenants as Jacob?
Meaning no other people on earth have believed what's written in the Bible. And what's written in the Bible is wear fringes. Go ahead.
And yet their reward appeareth not, and their labor have no fruit.
Meaning, even for this, we still in captivity, right? Go ahead.
For I have gone here and there through the heathen, and I see that they flow in wealth.
Meaning, and all the other nations are rich, but we still enslaved. That's why the Arab man rich from enslaving us, the white man rich from enslaving us, the Chinese got rich from enslaving us, the East Indian got rich from enslaving us. Go ahead.
And think not upon thy commandments.
Meaning there is not in no other nation's mind to think about. Commandments. Go back.
2nd Ezra, chapter 3 and verse 34. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and there's also that dwell in the world, and so shall thy name nowhere be.
Thy name, the word, the laws, and the testimony of Christ. Go ahead.
My apologies.
Nowhere be found but in Israel.
Meaning only the Israelites would even think to keep a commandment like fringes. Go ahead.
Or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight?
Man, everybody's done wickedly on earth. Go ahead.
Or what people have so kept thy commandments?
But no other nation on earth has kept the commandments. Go ahead.
Thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precepts.
Only the Israelites are going to keep the commandments of God. Go ahead.
But not the heathen.
Meaning no other nation is going to throw fringes on their clothes. Just something to think about, Sudanese. You be in this room, you be listening. There's something to be said there. That's why we read this very, very witness. Something pulling at you, man. You might be one of them Jews that fled into Egypt during the time of Jeremiah. You know what I mean? You might be very, 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 very from the heritage, the what they call it, the commonwealth of Christ. You know what I mean? Just something to think about, bro. Keep the commandments. I'm gonna tell you that. You did?
Yes, sir. But unfortunately, I have to head to work. Appreciate the talk. I didn't know Jews fled into Egypt at the time of Jeremiah. I thought it was afterwards.
No, yeah, that's the thing. Go to Isaiah 30 and 12. I know you gotta leave. Listen on your way out. As if it was like a real room and you were literally walking out. Read that Isaiah 30 and 12.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 12. Wherefore, thus saith the Lord,
My
the
bad,
Holy
30
One.
and 1.
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
So this was in the time of Isaiah, the time of Jeremiah, and even today. Our people are rebellious. We want to do everything but what God tells us to do. Go ahead.
That they may add sin to sin.
That we keep sinning. We do everything against what God tells us. Go ahead.
That want to go down into Egypt.
So even at the time of Isaiah, we were literally walking into Egypt. Because at this point, you had the Assyrians. The Assyrians had taken Northern Kingdom into captivity, and then they were coming down to fight against Hezekiah in Judah and Jerusalem. So you have folks that were scared of Assyria, and to escape from Assyria, they started to literally walk down into Egypt.
And have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
Because they thought that the Egyptians were strong enough to fight against Assyria, even though God set up Assyria to whoop everybody's ass. Go ahead.
And to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Go to Jeremiah chapter 43, verse 7. So that happened in the time of Isaiah. So you had a colony of Israelites, a colony that went down in the time of Isaiah. Now here's in the time of Jeremiah.
Jeremiah chapter 43, verse 7. So they came into the land of Egypt, for they obeyed not the voice of the Lord.
Jump up to verse 5. Oh wait, no.
Just ahead, turn right on Madison Avenue.
Please use your seatbelt for your safety.
And spake Azariah, the son of Hoshea.
So this is a similar thing going on. The same way where God sent Assyria against us,
turn right on Madison
Babylon
Avenue.
against us. And you had niggas who had in their mind, hey, we just gonna run from Babylon. We're gonna go down into Egypt. Egypt will protect us.
And Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the proud men, saying unto Jeremiah, Thou speakest
turn right on Washington
Thou
Avenue.
speakest falsely. The Lord our God hath not sent thee to say, Go not into Egypt to sojourn there.
Meaning that was their thought. They thought was, hey, we'll go down into Egypt, we'll be cool, we'll be chilling. Jeremiah was telling them from the word of God, don't do that. Just submit to Babylon. Not run away, not going to Egypt. That's foolish.
But Baruch the son of Neriah setteth thee on against us, for to deliver us into the hand of the Chaldeans, that they might put us to death.
They were scared. Jump down to verse 7.
Verse 7. So they came into the land of Egypt, for they obeyed not the voice of the Lord. Thus
Just
came
ahead,
they
turn left to stay on Washington Avenue using the middle lane.
But Israelites were going into Egypt even in the time of Isaiah and Jeremiah. I think already jumped off. Let's play that. One more, and go to you with us?
Turn left to stay on Washington Avenue.
I want to say Second Maccabees, it's like the second chapter. No, Second Maccabees 1 and 2.
Second Maccabees chapter 1, verse 1. The brethren, the Jews that be at Jerusalem and in the land of Judea, wish unto the brethren, the Jews that are throughout Egypt, health and peace.
So even in the time from Assyria, Babylon, throughout the Persian Medes captivity, and even in the Greek captivity, you had Jews that were in Egypt. Even when you go to Matthew 2:13, in the time of Rome as well. Yeah, real quick, Matthew 2:13.
Matthew chapter 2, verse 13. When they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise
and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt.
Why would he
and
flee
be thou
into Egypt? Because there were Jews in Egypt. We had communities in Egypt, right? There were black people in Egypt already, so it would make it easier to hide away from this damn white man. All right, so yes. So I'm thinking that brother probably might be one of the thousands of Jews that went down to Egypt, further into Africa. Those definitely not. No, I don't want. Definitely, I want to say it's 3:9, or beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. Zephaniah 3 and 10.
Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 10. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my suppliants.
So
Even
the rivers of Ethiopia, I think that's the Blue Nile, right? From beyond the Blue Nile, meaning you had Israelites that went deep into Africa, whether that be into Sudan, whether that's into the interiors, going even out to the west coast of Africa. Go ahead.
Even the daughter of my dispersed shall bring mine offering.
God is calling Israelites even out of the continent of Africa. That was a mad tangent. But not many people coming up. You got questions, come up on stage. You know what I mean? We answer questions. Otherwise, give me your thoughts on the topic. Are the Israelites the new KKK? Which is kind of absurd. I've never heard of any Israelites hanging people from trees, cutting their genitals off. I've never heard of no Israelites cutting the babies out of sisters and taking the babies and stomping them. I've never heard of the Israelites making furniture or taking their skin and making it into clothing. I bet y'all didn't know that. I bet y'all didn't know that white people used to wear nigger skin coats. That same white man or white woman you want to be hooked up with, you want to go out to the bar with, you love them, going to white bread. They used to make it into coats. Yes, they would eat it. They would make nigger soup. You would eat nigger soup, right? Or like Nat Turner, they took Nat Turner and they boiled him. They boiled that man up and made him into a special sauce, right? That's your friendly neighborhood white man. That white man you love so much, you want to cuddle up to him and sleep at the foot of his bed. You want to bring the newspaper to him and his slippers to him in your mouth in the morning. That same white man used to tie you to a tree and whip your back until there was no flesh on it. Tell me when the Israelites have ever done that. Tell me when the Israelites have ever burned down a whole town, right? Tell me when the Israelites have ever bombed the whole town. Tell me when the Israelites have ever sat outside of I don't think people really know what the KKK actually did. I think people are mad ignorant to what the KKK actually was. Just like niggas are mad ignorant to what happened in slavery and the real horrors that we went through as a people. I don't think niggas really understand. Slavery was bad. It was 1,000 times worse than what you actually believe. They got slave diaries that talk about how you were literally working from sun up to sun up, or sun up to sundown, and you got that in Deuteronomy. We really underestimate what our ancestors did.
Turn left on
I had to work out in the sun earlier this week, and I was like, dog, I couldn't be hungry. I'm either finna start a revolt and die, or make my ass the candidate. Hey, that's how I be thinking, bro. I'll be like, even if I was a house nigga, I'm gonna grind this glass up and put it in this nigga's drink so I can grab my wife and run to freedom. I can't do this shit. That's how I be thinking. I'm a rebellious
In 2
man.
miles, take right exit 57 toward New Jersey 21 north tour.
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 65. And among these nations
shalt thou find no Jesus.
Scattered all rivers. Good.
The Lord shall scatter thee among all
So like we read earlier. Go ahead.
on the end of the earth, even unto the utmost.
I've been in bed with one of the brothers who had me on that. And I'm good that damn having worked with sidewalk. I mean, one video. Basically talking about how, the boycott on Asian businesses, right? And how Chinese restaurants they get no play. And a lot of the Chinese restaurants will shut down for decades. I put all that language.
In a half-mile, take right exit 57 toward New Jersey 21.
But basically, it was like, y'all.
Direction. In a quarter mile, take left toward airport.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. There thou shalt serve other gods.
Highway 9 south using the left lane.
Neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Terrorize. You gotta
Left
stop
toward
and tell
US.
me.
Highway 9 south,
This
then
light
keep
ever
right.
burned the menorah like this? Show me that. If that had ever happened, that would be all on. I just need that.
Right toward us. One south means after using the middle lane.
In good life, it ain't never happened. So the cross represents, or the wood represents that cross, that's Christianity, the God of the light.
US. High south means after
Stone is
then
like
keep
my
left.
brother, and he was Islam. But no, that's another instrument of care. Because if we didn't serve, if we weren't Muslims, first of all, they would
Left
take
toward
us.
US.
And they would
Highway 1
castrate
south,
the men,
then keep
and they
left.
would turn the young girls into sex slaves. But either way, they would force us to be Muslims. To the fact that it's 1400 years later, and we still worship that same God all throughout Africa, all throughout the Arab world.
Among these nations,
Among these nations, among the white man, among the Arabs. Go ahead.
shalt thou find no peace.
Our life is not easy. You got niggas like Brandon Tatum and the hot and Candy Owen, who just because they can be married to white people now, they think that life is easy. You got brothers, you got brothers that are
Right on Express Road.
hey, whether it be in America, in the private,
In a quarter mile, continue straight to stay on
whether it be
Express Road using the right lane.
those in Libya who are being traded as slaves, we are still slaves. Nothing has changed. Our life is still hard. Come on.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have
You
rest.
gotta think about what your ancestors, how did we sit here and meditate on what our
Continue straight to
ancestors
stay on
actually
Express Road.
like right now, you got a job, right?
Make a slight right turn on Colonel Roberts Road.
Amen. And I'm gonna read that statement. And a lunch break. In the time of slavery, you weren't allowed no break. You couldn't ask for no water. They found bones of New York Stock Exchange. They found bones of slaves, and the cartilage on the bone had been worked off, where it was just bone rubbing off bone, because that's how hard they worked them. Like they literally do not see us as human beings. They see us as animals, as cattle. That's why they eat us. That's why they would turn us into clothing. That's why they would make furniture out of our body parts. Like they literally. Buffalo, they used every part of us. We was the buffalo to them. They ate our meat. Oh, they used it. They used our skin for clothes. They literally devoured us. They literally think they did. Go read the book, The Delectable Victim. Oh, no. Crazy words. But read.
The Lord shall give you
and even out of slavery and Jim Crow, we had fear and terror upon us at all times. So that white man could come and burn down your house. Well, you imagine you now you out of slavery, you're trying to make your way, and now you got to be a sharecropper. So you still in slavery, you still slavery by another name, or you make your way up to the north. Because contrary to popular belief, the north is just as racist. Anything, what Malcolm X say? Anything south of Canada is the South. That's real. That's real talk. And in Canada, they racist too. That's why they did the so-called Native Americans so dirty. And they still doing Native Americans dirty. They still doing First Nation people, the tribe of Gad dirty in Canada. Right? Nothing has changed. But you gotta think, you trying to escape the South, trying to escape the land, and you going north, and they're just as racist. They're just as willing to lynch. They're just as willing to. Go ahead.
And failing of eyes.
And failing of eyes because you're looking for something. You're looking for, just like the scripture say, hope deferred make the heart sick. You looking for one day where you can have some joy of your children. You looking for one day you can sit and rest and sit on the porch in the rocking chair with your wife and drink lemonade. But it's constant struggle. You afraid that somebody's gonna come and kill and rape your wife, or kill and rape your kids. We have that today. How many parents got young black kids when they're afraid their daughter might come up missing, or their son might get killed by the police? That's the reality we live to this day. Go ahead.
Sorrow of mind.
And sorrow of mind, that's depression. That's post-traumatic slave syndrome. Every black, Hispanic, and Native American person walking the earth has post-traumatic slave syndrome. Another good book by Dr. Bush. I gotta buy that. There he is, Dr. Bush. You be reading, Judas?
I used to. I need to get back to it.
Back to it. Yeah, I got it, brother. I gotta pick it up, man. Yeah, we all suffer post-traumatic slave. Even in the thought process to be like, hey, you just like the same thing as the KKK. That's post-traumatic slave syndrome. That's I want to try with my master.
Catch your pickup at Terminal A, right
I
at
don't want to
pickup
give my
11.
master anything that I care about.
Make a slight right turn.
Black, Hispanic, Native American, all the time. It's big in northern people. Quiet as kept. That's why you don't see a lot of northern people activists. A lot of people standing up for so-called Hispanics. Because it's easier to just get along so I don't get deported. It's easier to just get along so I don't get mistreated as the other. It's easier for me to just say I'm a Spaniard. Knowing damn well you're not no Spaniard. You're black skin. You're brown ass skin. Looking like a damn Aztec or Mayan. Looking like a damn Omen. You know, damn Spaniard. verse 66.
My life shall hang in doubt before you.
That is literal lynching. Your life hanging in doubt. That is literal lynching. That's literally them hanging us from trees. What they call it? Strange fruit hanging from the poplar tree. Read.
And thou shalt fear day and night.
Fear day and night.
In a quarter mile, make a slight right turn on Earhart Drive.
Like, we gotta think. The KKK is a literal terror organization. It is a literal terrorist organization. They was literally killing men, women, and children, committing arson, burning, and destroying whole towns.
Make a slight right turn on Earhart Drive.
They were literally destroying whole towns. The KKK, the American government, that is the equivalent to ISIS, to Al Qaeda, or how George Bush used to say lingo, Al Qaeda.
In a quarter mile, pick up David.
Go ahead.
Shall have none assurance of thy life.
Meaning, you got to think about it. When the white man go to bed, like he's in bed right now, thinking about ways to keep black people down, he said he has no fear that he'll wake up in the morning. He goes to sleep in his big house and he tosses her in his 100 thread count, and he knows in his heart, I'm about to wake up in the morning. I'm about to
pick up David.
Make life difficult for niggas in between me getting on my jet ski and going to golf. You know, I'm gonna take vacation next week, but when I get back, I'm right on the black. That's the mindset of the white man. He's not worried whether he's gonna make it. Every black person in here has had the one. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make this like this. I don't know if what am I gonna do? I don't know if I'm gonna make it. A lot of black people, and you think about our brothers in Mauritania, Libya, in the Sudan right now, being terrorized by Arabs. They don't know if they life is if they gonna make it to the morning. They don't know where they finna be at. Same thing in slavery and Jim Crow. You don't know when this white man gonna pull up on you. It could be at any moment. Like we fail to think about this.
167 Van Buren? Yes. Okay.
In a quarter mile, make a slight left turn.
Please use your seatbelt for your safety.
Make a slight left turn.
And gain the love of everybody to do anything like that. We're trying to bring everybody to the cookout.
In a quarter mile, keep left to stay on Hotel Road using the right lane. Left to stay on Hotel
The
Road.
Lego videos about Trump. Well, they seem to have fallen
In a
off.
quarter mile, keep right toward New Jersey 21 using the right
a
lane.
billboard with Trump in a casket. Like, surely he's seen it. I can't wait to see what the tweets are tonight, overnight. Gotta be a minute.
Keep right toward New Jersey 21.
I think he's
Just ahead, keep right toward New Jersey 21 using the middle lane. right toward New Jersey 21. In a quarter mile, keep left toward New Jersey 21 using the left lane. Keep left toward New Jersey 21, then keep left onto New Jersey 21. In a quarter mile, keep left New Jersey 21 using the left lane. Keep left onto New Jersey 21.
That's a high level skill right there. But they say we don't. Right. Crazy work. Let's see. You guys want to ticket. Thank you. Let us know. Let us know. Like the black KKK. Let us know. Let us know. Like terrorize people. Let us know.
We don't know no better. We didn't have our laws. First of all, we never grew up with our laws and understanding of how to live as we should be living. Period. As Israelites, according to the biblical scripts, and but they like to call us terrorists though all day long.
In a quarter mile, turn right on Lafayette Street using the right lane.
That's like them talking reckless out their lips. Blame us for being terrorists. Just like I'm 51. I remember when white man, all this goddamn, she said it was like, they were terrorists.
Right on Lafayette
Yeah,
Street.
super predators. She called them super predators. Hell yeah. Man. And then Biden took on right along with it. And had him up. But they call him the black first president, the first black president. But somewhere in history, though, yeah, that's what they say. That's the saying. The first black president because he got a little Wayne stuck behind Napoleon. You know, but supposedly, quote unquote, you know, that's facts, huh? Yeah. And then at the same time, that's wild though. But we are the terrorists though in this country. They want to call us the homegrown terrorists. No, we ain't homegrown terrorists. That ain't us. We trying to get away from the terrorists. We've been spending our whole lives trying to get away from the terrorists, trying to do our own thing. But we are the homegrown terrorists. Our kids are the terrorists. No, we're not the terrorists. We are the people that been misled due to the fact that the slavery existed in this country. If it wasn't for America, every dark people on this country would have in this world would have chains on their neck to this day. And that's America was able to prove that to a certain extent. I ain't maintain like that because we know who our God is. Because they forgot one thing. They forgot God is God. That's what they forgot. And God gave everybody they each own individual mind. They thought they were smart, talking about everybody's created equal. yeah, that's what they split up. They didn't know how to fill that loophole right there.
So this right here, go to Psalm 7. This is why so-called white man is
in a quarter mile, turn right on Van Buren Street.
say things like this.
Why is it great?
They keep them ready to make what white folks down in Mississippi saw as that was black men getting ordered fighting. So that made them angry.
Turn right on Van Buren Street, then drop off David.
They spent trillions of dollars to hide the fact that we're the Israelites. They spent trillions of dollars to make sure that we would behave
This one here?
like
Perfect. Yeah.
They spent trillions of dollars to keep us aligned and
You're welcome, sir. Have a good day.
suppressed in the ghettos of America. So to see us stand up in order, God
Head to your pickup at Newark Penn Station, Raymond Plaza, second curve.
that's going to make you angry. And it says the people imagine a vain thing. Your Brandon Tatums, your Hodge twins, your Candace Owens,
You're welcome,
all
sir.
these different people who speak ill of black people. These people, they say these things because they're imagining a vain thing. Their mind is wrapped up.
Turn right on Elm Street.
Go ahead.
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord.
You have your Donald Trump, your Elon Musk, your Peter Thiel, your Benjamin Netanyahu, all of the white power structure, the Arab world, your Xi Jinping, all these leaders of the earth. Go ahead.
And against his anointed, saying,
They speak against God and they speak against his people. His anointed are the real Christians, the Israelites, those that follow, that keep the commandments in the faith of Christ. Go ahead.
let us break their bands.
Let us break their band. Our bands are the law of God. Our bands are Bible. That's what binds us together. That's how we're able to get that level.
Just ahead, turn left on
We
Ferry
have
Street.
men marching down the street for our brother who was found dead, marching for justice. Go ahead.
Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us.
Because again, they spend trillions of dollars to make sure you know you're an African American, or you're a Haitian, or you're a Jamaican, or you're a Mexican, or you're a Puerto Rican, or you're a
Turn left on Ferry Street.
Panamanian, a Dominican. They spend trillions of dollars. I don't know what's more than a trillion. I'm not a mathematician. But they spent mad money to make sure you did not know that you were the same people and that you were God's people. Go ahead.
He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision.
So right now, God is laughing at them. They're in derision. They mad. They in a tizzy. Y'all know Brandon Tatum. He worked for Amalek. He worked for the state of Israel. That's why he got a state of these days. If that white man got on the phone, Goldstein and Black, they got on the phone with him and said, "Hey, my boy, you better get the niggas in control. Hey, we're not paying you all this money. Get around. You better make something shake. Put on it, you know. I keep you better business, man.
In a quarter mile, turn right to stay on Ferry Street.
You don't see a lot of that, or my thing is, you thought